So we haven't really like came on and talked about everything that we went through since we went through a lot and we have a lot of trauma from it. So we're just gonna jump right in from where we're at right now. This is Leah, and she was the one that was in the hospital bed when I was saying that she wasn't strapped down anymore. This is my daughter, and she's gonna tell you, jump right into where she was telling me about her appointment today. So the doctor and the nurse went up in there.
The doctor walked in and the nurse started talking about she had surgery 7 months ago. She had a traumatic experience, and when she went to her dentist, the nerves were still wonky, not fully back. He tested it wet cold, but she didn't feel it then. And then he said, okay. And then she gave him the nitrogen on the cotton ball to test just the teeth that he needed to check. And I felt it this time. The left side was still somewhat delayed, but I still felt it. And he checked it, and he said, well, of course, with the trauma from the surgery put onto the teeth and
the splint.
Yes, the splint. But of course, the trauma of them having to stick and move stuff around, too.
Yeah, but that's the reason they had to put the splint in, too.
Yeah.
Which caused this.
But, also because half of the tooth is fillings, and the filling is directly on the nerves, that I'm higher risk of continuously getting infections. So I do need root canals in both of the teeth.
You can continuously get infections in your mouth?
If I don't get the root canal, it's a higher chance of being in pain or getting infection.
Okay.
So, and I was already like stressed and nervous going into the appointment because I was hoping for it to not need a root canal and just be filling so I can get to the next step. Especially since they were the only root canal specialists in our area. They didn't take my insurance, so it's full out-of-pocket expenses, and I was stressed about all the money that it would cost. So when he said it,
you should be able to change your insurances, especially if you end up with an insurance somebody gives you, and then nobody in your whole area takes your insurance, really. Nobody that can actually do something for you other than an x-ray and a cleaning.
Well, not only that,
or maybe pull something.
I had it years ago.
Well, I know that, yeah, and this is lack to misdiagnosis, people not listening, people not caring to even wait a second and think that, hey, what are you going through? I know I'm a doctor and stuff, but I'm supposed to help you, not talk down on you and just walk out the room sometimes.
Because I was a teenager when I first got the insurance. And they were like, nope, you gotta wait until the end of the year to next year to change it. So I was feeling overwhelmed and stressed about thousands of dollars for each tooth. It was $1,500 for one tooth. So times that by 2, it was over $3,000. So I was stressing about it because we're trying to stick and survive out here. We don't have money just laying around collecting dust. So I had a breakdown. I started crying. I was trying not to in the middle of the office, but I just couldn't. And they got worried because on the paper, and I told them of my issues. They started worrying and not trying to ask me why I'm crying. They were like, "Why are you crying? What happened? What?" I'm like thinking, "What do you mean what happened? I'm gonna need a root canal on both teeth, and it's sticking almost $4,000, and I don't have that kind of money." And I was crying so much I couldn't speak. I had a lump in my throat, and they kept asking me, "What's wrong? What's wrong? It's not like your surgery. It's not like a surgery. You went through a traumatic surgery. It's not gonna be like that. It's like a feeling. It's like a prolonged feeling. It's not gonna, and you're gonna be having anesthesia and all that. You're not gonna be in pain and stuff like that." And I finally was able to speak because they were trying to reassure me, thinking I was worried and scared that it was another surgery. And I'm like, "Hold on, give me a minute. I can't speak." And then they were like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" I was like, "It's not the procedure. It's the cost." And they're like, "Yes, it is a lot of money." And I was like, "I don't have that kind of money." And they're trying to think of solutions. They're like, "Well, can your parents help you?" And I'm like,
I am.
and I'm
I'm trying.
I'm sticking, can't speak still because I'm still having a breakdown crying. And I'm like, "My mom don't have that kind of money." So they're like, "Oh my goodness, what can we do?" She's crying. We gotta find out a solution. We gotta help her. And they didn't know what to do, so the
I'm sorry you went through
root canal specialist was like, "Well, what kind of root canal it is? It's very simple. You see your tooth, it only has one pulp. It's one root. So it's not a complicated one. It's a simple one. Maybe you can call your dentist, and he can do it for you. You got your dentist takes your insurance." I said, "Yeah, I had to get a dentist that takes my insurance." And he, after fighting forever to find one, I had to go through so many hoops to find one that would take my insurance.
all the red tape.
And yeah, it was just constant, like, "I'm gonna switch you to different departments. Let me send you to this person. Let me give you a number." And then the number isn't what they were giving it for you for. So he's like, "Well, when you get home, call the office, or you know what? I'll write him a letter. When I'm sending the X-rays in my notes, I'll write him a letter about this to see if he can help you with the root canal, if he's able to do root canals. If not, maybe he can help you with a dentist that does root canals that take your insurance. And I'm thinking, there's so many that don't take my insurance. That's why I was wanting to change it. And I'm still, bawling, can't breathe, can't speak, sticking, shaking and everything. And they're like trying to figure out what to do. And they're like, don't know if they should say something or just sit here. But he got other patients to see, but he don't want to leave me. And she's like, I want to help you, but I don't know what to do. I don't want to just kick you out because there's patients. And I'm just trying to calm down enough to stick and get out of the chair.
I'm sorry.
And
I've tried GoFundMe. I've tried writing to churches. I've tried grants. I've tried everything.
And
news stations.
After a while, he had to go because he had other patients, and the lady just gave me tissue after tissue because I'm crying so much that the tissue is full of tears, and then I kept having to blow my nose, and it just kept sticking. It was just all coming out of my face.
I'm sorry, baby.
And of course, when I cry, my face is all red, so they're like, and I'm barely breathing, and I got asthma. So the lady's trying to, she's like, you want your water? You want your water? Because she gave me a water because I was nervous before he came. So she gave me a glass of water, trying to calm my nerves. And I'm like, no, I don't want my water. Because I was shaking so much, I knew if she tried to hand it to me, it was going to fall onto the ground. And I didn't want water all over me.
Mm-hmm.
So I finally was able to get up out of the chair, and she's like walking me to the front desk. Because of course I'm going to have to go pay because at first she was like, are you okay? You can sit, you want to sit in the lobby, I'm like, no, I got to pay my bill. Hold on. I got to pay my bill first. I don't want to be here all day and didn't pay my bill. So I give them your card.
Oh man, and it's all messed up.
I'm like, I forgot that it was messed up. I'm like,
I'm sorry.
I'm crying still.
I'm so sorry.
Snot and tears are all over my face. She's still trying to give me tissues. And the lady's like, what the heck happened back there, at the front desk, like, what's going on? Oh my goodness. So she's typing it in. She's giving me the receipt to sign that this is the amount. And then I'm signing it. And then she was telling the lady she's having financial issues. She gonna call back if she can't find someone that takes in her insurance to do the procedure. We don't want to rush her. Maybe we'll just let her sit in the waiting room. You can't drive like this. You can't drive like this. And I'm like, I got an Uber, medical Uber. And she's like, okay, just sit. How about you sit in the lobby? You can't go nowhere like this.
I'm so sorry.
And I guess it's a good thing I was still sitting in the lobby trying to calm my nerves because I didn't want to call an Uber while I'm shaking and bawling my eyes out and keep having to blow my nose, and I can't keep a hold of my stinking water, stinking ice water. I'm like, I can't have someone who don't know what's going on drive up here and see me and then get in that car. No, I'm gonna have to calm myself down before I get in a car with a stranger and they don't know what's going on. So I'm sitting there trying to calm down, trying to breathe, trying to calm down, trying to pray, and I go up to ask the lady if I could use their bathroom, because I was like, it's just too much, and I can't be having a full breakdown in this lobby right now. And I go out to ask her where the bathroom is, and she's like, hold on. I'm like, oh, it's fine, because she was trying to do someone else's bill, and she turns and she's like, I need you to sign this paper. I'm like, more paper? What do I have to sign?